Well, it looks as if we're live. Let me just check on here now and make sure that everything's is up and running and as it should be. Let's have a look now. Once that, yeah, we're live. Let me just 1 second. Bear with me. Welcome to Saturday Morning Live. If you've just joined, we're live. Let me just. No, our sound's down. We'll have a few joining us at some point this morning. It's the first one of the year. Welcome to Saturday Morning Live. And as usual, I just get going with this as I always do, even if there is no viewers on it, because that's absolutely fine. People are going to watch it a little bit later on. There we are. Top Notch has joined us. Good morning, mate. How you doing? Happy New Year to you. Well, I'm okay. I suppose. I hope you're okay. Happy New Year. And Alison, she's not around today. She's not feeling too good. Blood pressure. Her blood pressure went up, but now it's gone back down. And I think it was a little bit of stress. 9 live viewers joined us this morning. If you join this morning, just to let you know, it'd be good for you just to say hi, hello, how you doing, and let us know where you're from and what you're doing. It's so important because we want to know all about you, and the other people that are joining this morning want to know who's joining with us as well. Hi Steve, how's it going? Top of the morning to you, mate. Gareth Jones, good morning. Happy New Year to you and the family, mate, and you, Gareth. God bless you all. Thanks for joining. Look, listen, we are back at it again, aren't we? Is it? Well, I don't even know what the date is today. I don't know. It's the 7th of January, first week of the year, and I never done one in the new year, simply early the other week, simply because I was just so busy, like all of you. It's all happening. The van, yeah, how's the van? Steve says the van is not good. I had the DPF done, and then whilst it was in, basically what happened was that they put an ERG valve. If any of you guys understand this sort of things, is the ERG valve is controls the air, the intake, and all this sort of thing, and they didn't put a good one on, and they should have put a forward one on, but they never done it. And as a result, it had to go back in. But it sat around for nearly 3 days. 3 days that my van sat around, and they never done nothing with it. And every time I phoned them up, they said they're going to have a look at it now. So, got to give them the benefit of the doubt. But nevertheless, I just didn't want to stroll up in work. I had tools on the job, but my van is like a workshop. It's like a studio where I can go in and get everything I'm actually looking for. And if I want to go and sit in the van, if it's raining, though I've got the awning up at the moment, I could go back in the van. So I just didn't want to go. And I had a bit of stress this week. It really got to me. I never normally get stressed out, but I did. I had a massive headache. It was absolutely awful because I felt frustrated with people not doing what I wanted them to do, and that was to get something done. It's not a good thing at all. Just to let you know, I'm looking sharp this morning. I haven't got my... Jamie Wayne's joined us. Hi Jamie, how's it going? I haven't got my Greentop Landscapes top on this morning because I felt that it wasn't necessary. Here we are, the economy. What have I called it now? The downturn will cause chaos in the landscaping sector. Yeah, it will, without a doubt. Do you know, there's always, you might not believe it, but there's always chaos in the landscaping sector. There always is chaos. And the chaos comes and it transpires and manifests itself in bad workmanship. Just bad workmanship, bad business, contractors treating customers bad, customers treating contractors bad. Everybody's in a panic. Everybody's in a mood, okay? There's no doubt that what happens during these periods is that people get in a bad way because everybody... I ain't saying, are they panicking? Are they worried? Yeah, they are worried. I ain't say everybody's panicking. There are some people that's panicking. And it sets the standard. It sets the pace of what's to come. And that's what's happening at the moment. Just got to read some of the comments now because it's so important that we recognise as and when people join the live stream. For those of you who've never been on this live stream before, what you'll find is people will bounce in and bounce out, and I just got to remind them of where we are. And it takes up a little bit of time. Gareth Jones says, good morning, John. Happy New Year to you and your family. Sick of lies. Steve says, talk about the van. David says, David Ware, 335, 34. I love these names sometimes. It's like Bond stuff, isn't it? Happy New Year, John. Love the videos. Top bloke. Dave, the videos are not just to help you guys, they're to help me, because when I post a video all the time, you can see what I'm about. I'm consistent. Two things in life, what I've talked about, you need commitment and consistency. And if I'm consistent in delivering those videos, I am learning off you guys. And I don't want to be taught, I want to learn. As Winston Churchill once said, my friend said, he says he doesn't want to be taught, he wants to learn, okay? Teaching somebody is not always the best thing. Learning from somebody is good, and I learn from you guys. Gem Landscapes, how's it going in Cheshire? Good morning. Yeah, it's wet down here. I tell you, the rain this morning been absolutely a nightmare. Henry Flint, good morning, Henry. How you doing from Leetstone Tools? And Jamie Way from Cardiff, good to see you. Jamie's going to buy me a coffee sometime. We keep talking about it. Look, listen, as you join the live stream, try and give it a like, give it a big thumbs up. It's good for the algorithms, okay? Give it a like, come on. James Sharp, good morning, John. Hello, everyone from down in rainy Kent. Rainy Cheshire, rainy Kent, isn't it? It's an absolute nightmare, James. This morning here in Wales, I'm not kidding you, if you could see the river, I'll do a community post later on. You'll be able to see the river where I live, and you'll be able to see how much that river goes up and down. That river, as it happens, is almost like the economy, isn't it? You know, the economy is almost like inflation, rather, is almost like inflation shoots through the roof like a rocket, but then it comes back down like a feather. And what I would say to people is, don't panic. Take a deep breath. Start putting things in place. If you haven't done it, you need to do it now, okay? There's things you can do in place, you can put in place to keep yourself busy. I hope this morning we have a call in this morning. If you want to call in this morning, the number is 07795 664 002. I'm going to get that on there this morning. The number is 07795 664 002. If you want to call in, the number is there now, up in the comments, and you can call in this morning. Alexander Ash says, I've seen a lot of posts going around the web regarding no work. I think it's important to understand it's January. Absolutely. I love this. Alexander, thanks very much, because you remind me of things that go on. January is always quite busy for me. It's February, it always used to drop off. And he says it's important to understand it's January. It's natural. And I think a lot of the new guys will learn from this. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. We've got 11 likes, 11 thumbs up. Let's get it on there, guys. 25 live viewers this morning. And Alexander Ash, I'm just going to read what he says there again. He says, I've seen a lot of posts going around the web regarding no work. I think it's important to understand that it's January, it's natural, and I think a lot of new guys will learn from this. He also says, putting a fence up today in the rain, only got another panel left, and the last one is a cut. Do you know, Alexander, I really appreciate your commitment to this live stream this morning. So if you have to go, I totally understand it. It'd be good to get some pictures later on. If any of you would like to send a picture of what you're doing this morning, I'd love to see. You know my number. My number is 07795 595 904. If you want to send me a picture of what you're doing this morning, we normally get a 07795 595 994. Very simple. There we are. There's the number if you want to send me a picture of what you're doing this morning. No rude ones at all. That's not a good thing, and as happened. So Alexander, really appreciate you joining this morning. Alexander Ash there. Alexander, whereabouts are you, mate? I want to know where you are. He's doing a fence this morning, so if you have to go, it's no problem at all. Jem says, had to take some porcelain up that I laid before Christmas. Despite using winter mix, the slurry failed. Lesson learned for and rising in the future. Massive lesson learned. Bear with me 1 second, just to let you know, I've had my banana and I've had my my peanut butter this morning, and toast, seeded toast as well. Oh, nothing like a cup of tea there. Isn't it? It's a safety blanket, a cup of tea. Sure, we have a cup of tea. That's what we need to do at the times like this. Let's have a cup of tea and just slow down, take a deep breath, think what we're doing, and think how we're going to go about things in the next 12 months, okay? Because what we're doing now today will affect us later on. No sooner than I said it, I got pictures coming in. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks very much, Jem. Good to see you. Carl Button, good morning, mate. How's it going? Good to see you. Alexander Ash is up there in Northampton. What I'm going to do, because the best way I actually learn, and the best way I've always learned, is that if I write things down, right, bear with me a sec, you can hear me. If I write things down, I remember people's name, and it's so important to extend some common courtesy to you guys as you do to me. So Alexander Ash there in Manchester, Northampton. Let's put it down. Look where my head's gone. Do you know how difficult it is for me to actually do these live streams? Not the fact that I can't talk, I can talk, but sometimes I just bounce around as and when people joins. There's Lee there, the big FB, IJB and all. I made it. Good to see you, bud. Thanks very much. Happy New Year to you. James Sharp says, coffee here, one ear on the live stream while typing something on our marketing strategy. There you go. Look, listen, I'm here to help, okay? But before I start offering some out, don't charge for this. I may charge for it in the future if you want to do that one-to-one, but I'm not charging for it now, so don't worry, don't panic. Strategies. That's a great word there by James Sharp. He's typing some on our marketing strategy. Marketing strategies. The thing is, what you've got to try and remember, there are guys, and Alexander, I'm going to point this out now. We know that there are guys that aren't experienced enough to understand that January does die off. It's just a progress, what they go through, and they learn from it. We've all done it. We've all been there. But for those that don't necessarily understand how it works, okay, you are going to be busy at certain times of the year. But what we can actually do as a business, we can actually dictate the marketplace, okay? We can dictate the marketplace. And you're going to say, how do we do that, okay? Well, we do it by taking responsibility. Just going to read what Gary Bell says. Hey, buddy, new subscriber here. Good luck for 2023, mate. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. New subscriber. Thank you, Gary Bell. Gary Bell, I want to know where you're from. We know James Sharp's there is down in Kent. Gary Bell, there we go. Gary, thanks for joining, and Happy New Year to you, and good luck for you in 2023. What I was just talking about, listen to what James says. He's working out some marketing strategies. So good to get on the internet and just type those words in. When we're looking for things as a consumer, what we do, we go on to the internet and we search. We use the terminology to find what we're looking for. So what I would suggest to anybody that's running a business is type those words in, what you're doing, to ensure that you stay busy during these tough periods. And the words like, how do I stay busy during tough periods? There'll be copious amounts of information, whether it's on Google, whether it's on YouTube. The information is there and you can find it, and you'll find some good tips. Just type those words in. Whatever is on your mind, you need to type in on the internet and the question will come up, okay? There is a why. Gary Bell says, County Durham, good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining this morning, Gary. James Sharp says, this January is a strange one. People seem slow to commit and require a fair bit of follow-up to get the wheels moving. And James, that's always, we never want to appear to be in desperate, do we? You know, you have to follow up, you have to ensure, and you have to take their hand, hold their hand through the whole process. I really, really appreciate you joining this morning, James, because you're making a lot of sense. It's a combination of weather, timing, financial climate, energy crisis. There is money to be earned. There we are. There's the confidence. This is what happens with these live streams. It's not about me. It's about you guys. Somebody talking some sense. Just going to read what James says there again. It's a collective of weather, timing, financial climate, energy crisis. There is money to be made. But let me point out what you need to do. You need to take some responsibility, and what you need to do is start preparing for the future. As they say in the parachute regiment, untrunque paratus, which means ready for anything. And I suggest that there are people that are not ready. They are not ready now. They are not doing in the past what they should be sowing. You sow your seed for tomorrow. That's what you do. You should have been sowing seeds a little while ago. I was always push hard to get work booked in before Christmas for the new year, says Steve. Yeah, but what we need to do, Steve, is sometimes we have to look at what we're doing in our marketing and our branding. And if we really are serious about staying busy and putting food on the table, we have to do the things that we feel uncomfortable about. Because when we feel uncomfortable about something, that's good, okay? It's like riding a bike for the first time. When you start riding a bike, when you get there eventually, after you've fallen off a few times, you will enjoy the ride, okay? You will enjoy the ride. There's no doubt about it. And you need to enjoy this ride by making sure that you put your things in the right place. Inflation's gone through the roof. It's like a rocket, as I said, but then it starts coming down and things start settling. People start panicking. You can hear it in people's voices on a regular basis. Look, listen, we've only got 12 likes. Come on, get on there, 19 live viewers. This without this podcast, it will help people at some point, just because the comments that other people are saying. Jem says, down days are good for maintenance, organisation and preparing the next job. Yeah, James, I was in my garage, though I thought it was totally organised. I went in there. I did copious amounts of work yesterday in preparation. I've got an office at the back, got plenty of space down there. And I've got a container, but I'm not using it so much. Not because of the economy, I'm giving it up, but I'm going to close the container that I have, because there's not much stuff in there now. Stuff that if I get organised a little bit and get a bit more efficient in what I'm doing, I'm going to make sure that what happens is that things get put in their place. We get rid of the stuff that we don't use, sell it, give it away, whatever you do, but just get rid of it. Kuram Chowdhury says, good morning, Johnny boy. Sorry for the late to join. No problem at all. God bless you. Thanks for joining this morning. Really, really appreciate you, Kuram, joining this morning. James Sharp says he's on it again here. Oh, what a contribution this morning. He's going to be another John Ward here by the looks of it. Where is John Ward? John was going to phone me this morning. James says, and a further point, if you haven't sown the seeds, now is the time to sit down and look at everything and start to take action. It does take time to see the reaction to the action. I love it this morning. I'm going to use that, James, if you don't mind. I'm going to use that in a post. I'm talking about posts. I need to mention one in a minute. It takes time to see the reaction to the action. That's what it is. And sometimes people, like myself, is that we want to see it straight away, but it's not going to happen. But you need to be consistent with your action to get that reaction. Love it, James. Love it. Sorry, Even. No problem at all. Mike Stapleton. Good morning, Mike. How you doing? Good to see you. Morning from wet and wild South Devon. Yeah, it's wild across the country at the moment. It's wild with the economy. It's wild with energy prices. But I tell you something now, when it comes to the energy, we need to be more efficient in what we do. Keep moving, keep changing things, just get and do everything. Don't stop. That's what will generate heat. Don't sit on your laurels. When you sit on your laurels, that's when you get cold, you get damp, you fall into that quagmire. It's like your business as well. It's not good at all. You need to keep going. Jim Sharp said, use it, buddy. It's a good one. Yeah. Let me see what it says again. You need to see the reaction to the action. I'm going to write that down. To see the reaction to the action. I'm going to write that, to see the reaction to the action. Yeah, absolutely. You need to plant the seeds now for tomorrow. And that's what we're not doing. There are a lot of people out there across the country are just sitting on their laurels and waiting for it to happen. Okay. I spoke about this. Social media. I spoke about this so many times. Years ago, we used to use Yellow Pages. Yellow Pages used to charge us copious amounts of money to advertise our business. Now it's free. Okay, you can go on all those rate your tradesmen and all those lead generating companies. You can do that, right? But you're paying for it, and it depends what you want to do as a business. If you want to pay to generate the leads, that's absolutely fine. But sometimes people see through that. They don't like it because they can get leads from it, but it's lazy. People want to see a little bit more about you. If it makes you more efficient, that's absolutely fine. But people want to see more about you. They want something that's a little bit more personal. Look at that, 16 likes now. Brilliant. 20 live viewers. Let's see if we can get a couple of likes on here this morning. If you don't know how to do it, Google it, YouTube it, how to give a like on a live stream. I'm sure somebody will be able to tell somebody on here. You need to take action, and you need to take action to see the reaction. Okay, you need to see the reaction. I'll get it eventually, James. I'll get it. I love it what you said though. Jamie Way says, just had a job cancel on me that I was supposed to start Monday. I hope this is not the start of something going forward. No, it's not. It's not, James. Jamie Way. It's not the. I remember. Let me just go back a few years ago now. I mean, probably about 25, 26 years ago. I was sat in the house with Alison, looking forward with the kids on a Saturday, and I was looking forward to starting a new job, the new project for a Mr. Fisher in Newport, probably about 25, 27 years ago, somewhere around there. And he phoned up, I think it was an email, and he cancelled, okay? He cancelled last minute, and that's why we take booking fees, okay? We take a booking fee, and it's a non-refundable booking fee. Your time is so important. When you've invested all your time to go out and see people and give them a quote, something like love it, and giving them a quote and gone out there and given your time, you've been punctual, you've been smart, you've been courteous, you've been attentive to their attention, and then they cancel at the last minute. That's why it's so important to take booking fees, not deposits, a booking fee. You need to look into it, check it out, but you take that booking fee and it makes them think a little bit about it. You see lots of videos where cancellations happen, but they've been happening for years. It's not just now, they've been happening for years. In this particular case, when Mr. Fisher cancelled, I sat there scratching my head thinking, I ain't kidding you, my head was about to explode. I thought, where do I go from here? And then what happened? We had a phone call from Mr. Jones, the son of Mr. Dave Jones, and they phoned up and they wanted me to carry on with the job. Now that job lasted 3.5, 4 weeks. We pulled it forward. We started. I was able to start on Monday. He wanted to go ahead with it, but the benefits of that second job coming in at the last minute and saving me was just a relief, to say the least. I had to put food on the table. I wasn't pricing. My business wasn't where it is now today, okay? It wasn't the same business then, those days, okay? The difference is now Alison does all my administration for years and years now, and she does all the pricing, and she does no back. She values what we do. She values herself. And the realization of how much money you actually have to put on the table. We've spoke about this so many times. Just going to read a few of the comments there just to catch up there. Jamie's response to it, he has a cancellation. We're covering that now at the moment. Steve says, Jamie, I think a lot of people will be struggling by the end of this year. Maybe. Good point. Update like Facebook's, etc. will give people confidence in your business, and it's localized. Absolutely. You're on it, James. You're on it. Kuram Chaudhry says, luckily analysts suggest inflation should drop by half this year. It will. Yeah, I agree, says Jamie. Rob Muller's joined us this morning. The larger jobs, you always pay up front some money for the job, otherwise we don't turn up. Quite easy, yeah, absolutely. Jem says, I take on a little one-day jobs as well as bigger projects. People appreciate it, and it generates the bigger projects. This is what we're talking about. It generates bigger projects, gets your name out there. What you need to do in times like this, you probably need, if you're not busy, you need to diversify and apply your trade to other industries, other trades as well, okay? You need to be on it, and you just need to be active. You know, you need to do what you need to do to survive, okay? Okay, you need to do what you need to do to survive, and that means pulling all the stops, okay? And like Jem says, if you apply yourself to other one-day jobs, maintenance work, even hanging some doors or even doing some painting in this time of the year, it's a good thing actually when you can't get out and do the jobs because it's raining. We're having copious amounts of rain. There's nothing to say that if you're starting out in this business that you have a little look. You need to be everywhere. Okay, you just need to be everywhere. And then when you start getting the work in, then you can start slowing things down. I would suggest that you need to open several Facebook pages, okay? Several Facebook business pages to put yourself out there in business so you can pick and choose what you're looking to do. You can pull jobs forward. If you're doing I used to do some maintenance work, house maintenance work, bit of painting, bit of decorating, hanging some doors, putting some floors in, and then at least you were in the dry then as well at that point. So it helps you to keep going. And whilst you're there and you talk to the customer, and the customer says, they'll say something to you like, it's a leading question. They'll say, do you know anybody that lays patios? And you say, well, actually, that's what I do. But this time of the year, what I do a little bit of an indoor maintenance just to get out of the rain. Would you like me to give you a price? That's how it works, okay? You need to put yourself in that position. If you're not putting yourself in that position, shame on you. You need to exploit yourself as much as possible. Mike says, I always get the material money a week before the start date. Good idea. Get them to pay for the materials direct. I take on a little one-day jobs as well as the bigger jobs. So what Jem says, people appreciate it and it generates the bigger projects. Get your name out there. You've got to try and understand what Jem is actually saying there. 30 live viewers. Let me just remind you this is Saturday Morning Live with Johnny Boy. It's not about me. It's about the community we're building. You can see it on here. You can see all the comments. People, we've had Alexander there down in up in Northampton, I should say, rather, doing a fence, and he was able to join us and listen in on this live stream. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, want to know what you're doing, let me just get the number where you can send a picture of what you're doing today. So it's 07795959994. There we are. There's the number. I want to see what you're doing. Got to remind ourselves about what the podcast is about, and then we can come back with some response and questions. If you have any questions you want to put to me now, now's the time. But this is Saturday Morning Live with Johnny Boy. It's a landscaping community for the landscapers and the consumers. Whether landscapers like that or not, it is for the consumers. If you've got any questions, you need some advice, or if you're looking for a landscaper across the country, we might be able to direct you with a good landscaper. There are landscapers that are just absolutely massively busy at the moment, okay? Chris Bates, Chris, we need to know where you're from, bud. I'm going to write your name down because I want to get used to these names. That's how I remember, by writing things down. You need to make a list. And what I would suggest when I talk to people, now's the time to make a list. Look back at what people are saying and what applies to you. All this will apply to you, every bit of it. Chris Bates says, I went on the same intensive plastering courses, etc., so I can bring some money in when I'm quiet. Magic, that's how it's done. Chris Bates, you're an absolute star. This is what he's doing. He went on a plastering course, okay? He decided, he may have been able to plaster, but he decided to go on a course to up his skill set so he could offer that service at times when he isn't busy with the landscaping. And that's what I think he's doing. Tell me if I'm wrong, Chris, but that's absolutely brilliant. Love it, Chris. Absolutely love it. Bringing some money when I'm quiet. James Sharp says, of the back of that, telling existing customers about your services, be in people's faces with updates or you'll be out of their minds. Do you know, James? James, I tell you something, mate. There we are. James, this is for you now. If you drink a Shiraz, there's a Shiraz, and I don't think it's Alison, but I'm going to send that off to you, okay? Courtesy of Tudor Grass Manchester. I'm going to get that link in there in a minute and get it there. James, I've got to say, I was going to give away something today, and I'm not promoting alcohol, right? But I just want to say thank you for all your efforts. You need to PM me, James, and I'm going to get this off to you, mate. A bottle of red Shiraz for you, because I was going to wait to the end of the live stream, but you totally smashed it today, mate. Your contribution is absolutely second to none. I don't know where John Ward is, so we're just going to leave this over to one side so James can just look and linger over his bottle of red that he's got coming to him very, very soon. So James, just drop me an email, info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. I'll get that posted and packaged off you, courtesy of Tudor Grass. See, this is what happens with me. I never said this morning, not sponsored, right? This live stream this morning is supported, I should say, by Tudor Grass. Tudor Grass allow me and help me to actually do these live streams, okay? And they're a great company because their service is second to none. Let me just get that up there now. You can actually have a look at that. Let's copy and paste that now this morning. If you're looking for, let me have a look now. If you're looking for artificial grass, I've lost the live stream now. Let me see if I can get it back up there. But I want to get this out. This is for James now. This bottle of red, courtesy of Tudor Grass. Let's get on the live stream. There we are. Let's just pause it there now a minute. Let me see if I can get that on there. Tudor Grass. Let me just paste it on there. You can just go on their website and have a look. The great company, great delivery. Just gonna read catching up with the live stream there now. Just have a look, read what people say. There we are. You can see it. So James, I was going to do it at the end of the Happy New Year, Alison. I was going to do it at the end of the live stream. I was going to say big thanks to the highest contributor, and it just seems as if James is actually on it there. Let's have a look now. Chris Bates, Staffordshire, mate. Chris Bates is in Staffordshire. I'm back on it now. I've lost my train of thought at the moment. Good to see you, bud. I don't know what the weather's like up there today. Let's just see. David Knight says, if you have friends who are electricians, plumbers and plasterers, etc., recommend them while you get the chance. In turn, they will recommend you. Brilliant. David Knight, love it. Alison says, Happy New Year, everyone. James Sharp says, a very kind thank you. I'm always happy to pass on the knowledge and experience. Andy Groundworks, good morning, mate. Hope you're all well. Good to see you, Lee. Lee there in Liverpool. Happy New Year, Alison says. James, let's just get on it. There's so much since that's what happens. Let me just refresh that in a sec. Curran Childry says, we had a decent sized patio done and the contractor couldn't get a plumber to lay the underground pipes for getting the water to the garden room. There was such a delay when I had to do it myself. There we are. This is the thing. Curran's picked up on a point that there are contractors that are absolutely busy. Absolutely busy. Look, we've got some pictures coming in now this morning. Look, this live stream goes for an hour, so we just need to take our time, take a deep breath, and just tell you guys and let you know that I like to see what you're doing across the country. Curran, I'd love to see the picture of that garden room. Let me just get the number up that you can actually send a picture to. 07795 595 994 994. There we are. That's it. You can WhatsApp me a picture. I'd love to see what you guys are actually doing. Sick of Life says, Happy New Year, Alison. Hope you had a nice Christmas. Gem, all the best, Alison and family. She hasn't been well. She hasn't been well, guys. Kurum says, likewise for the garden lights and external power, etc. If you don't have those guys on your crew, make good friends. Yeah, absolutely. What I would suggest as well at the moment, if you are a contractor or a landscaper, whatever you're doing, is contact other contractors, because they will get to a point where they'll want to take a job on and they can't particularly take it because they're overloaded with work, okay? Or they don't want to take it on because they can't commit and they don't want to lose the job. And if you put yourself out there to that and say, look, I'm available, you know, if you need a hand with anything, so contact other contractors in your industry, okay, and just let them know that you're available and you can do some work. It's no problem at all. It's a good thing to do. We're talking to each other. That's what happens this morning. Whenever we do these live streams, you always find people end up talking to each other. James says, thank you for that, John, too, for your comment on the FB group. It looks like we're going down the route of the flat pack container for our new storage area. Quickest solution for us to expand. I want to see that. I want to see that, James. James, do me a favour, mate. Just drop me a message this morning, because this bottle of wine is getting out to you courtesy of Tudor Grass. And if you want to go on their site and have a look, mate, go and have a look. But that's courtesy of Tudor Grass for James Sharp, because his contribution this morning has been absolutely fantastic. We need more of you, James. Come on, and just show them what it's all about. Don't let me down, because somebody might take it over. You may... No, you're not going to lose it. It's yours, mate. It's yours. Stick of Life says, off on a walk after this. Find it the best thing to clear my head and work. Yeah, it is, mate. You know, Alice and I are always out walking with the dogs. They didn't go out this morning because it was absolutely hammering them down. They wouldn't have liked it whatsoever, but I will be taking them for a walk later on. Alison says, I agree. We are out walking every day. It really clears my mind and it gives me time to breathe. Yeah, it does. This is the thing. We need to keep our businesses healthy, but we need to remain healthy as well. Do you know, we've talked about this so many times on these live streams where we go over things because we have new people coming and joining these live streams, and we just got to remind ourselves where we are, what we're doing, and we need to be healthy. It just so happens is that you can see I'm looking good. I'm always looking good. I'm probably the most handsome landscaper in the country, and that is hard work to achieve that, because you've got to keep yourself fit, healthy, and you've got to keep hydrating every day and putting yourself in a good position. I'm only joking. I'm the second best landscaper in the country. Anyway, look, I'm boring you now. Look, the economy, where we are, this is about offering some advice and some tips, not just from me, but other contractors across the country who have clearly helped and supported this channel by helping other contractors. If you are a landscaper just starting out, whether you're young, whether you're old, if you need some support, it's there, it's available. Drop me a message, drop me an email rather, at info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk, okay? We need to get down and see Yvonne Gordon, I was just going to say, and as if by magic, there she is. Yvonne, good morning, how are you? I need to try that Caribbean porridge, what a way to start the day. Need to get on it. Yvonne, hope you're okay. Let's come down and see you very, very soon. Sick of Life says, second most handsome. I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say it. That was a nice one. Second most handsome. They are. They're all. It's like I'm Spartacus. Look at you all now. You know I'm handsome. You know I am. It does help sometimes. Andy Granwick says, woke up this morning to find a tennis ball lump on Alfie's throat. So maybe off to the vets. I'm glad you said vets. And I hope he's okay, Lee. And fingers crossed. I hope it all turns out. Let me know how you get on, mate. It'd be good to have a chat. No, Shirley the third. Love it. Look at this. Absolutely love it. This is how you guys respond to it. Look, if you've got any questions that you want to put to me, things that you actually want to hear about, all you have to do is just drop us an email, or you can actually call in this morning. And we've got pictures coming in again this morning. The number is there, 07795 595. I want to see where you are this morning. Send me a picture on WhatsApp. If you're on WhatsApp, it'd be good to see. It'll be good to see. Got lots of pictures coming in this morning. 07795. Let's get it on there. Do you know, I'm always in a panic sometimes when I'm writing these numbers, and I think you're just going to go. But if you go, you go. If you stay, you learn. Here we are. This is the number 07795 595 994. That's the number you need to send some pictures of where you are. Steve, make sure you send some pictures. You got my WhatsApp. Get on there. Let's see it. I'm going to see where you are. Hope he's okay, Lee. I feel for you, mate. Yeah. Hey, our little dogs, we absolutely love them, don't we? I hope he's okay, Lee. And thanks for telling us, and make sure you give us an update. 30 live viewers, 22 likes. We've had a thumbs up. Come on, it's good for the algorithms. Get on there, give it a like. I don't know how you do it. I still haven't worked out, and I haven't even YouTubed it myself. But I'm YouTubing stuff every day, okay? I'm learning every day. Alison and I, as a business, there's no doubt that Alison's played a major part into getting our business to a point where we can actually feel a little bit more relaxed. Do we have to always make sure that and think about possibilities of people cancelling? Yeah, of course we do every day, but we're always on it. We're always making sure that we get our business right at the front, right in the trenches, so people can actually see about what we're doing on a daily basis. That's what we do. You need to do it. You need to be on top of it all the time. I'm going to come up for a breath in a minute. Take a deep breath, John. Slow down. It's got to be done at pace sometimes, guys, because it's got to keep you interested in this live stream. 30 live viewers. We've retained a great audience this morning simply because you're giving us good content to actually talk about. Lee says, I've not had much to say today, JB, only because I've been too engrossed in listening to what others have to say. Yeah, absolutely right, Lee. Absolutely bang on. James Sharp, he's back again. Here we are, James. Don't worry, this is yours. It's come out to you. Do you like red wine, James? Do you like red wine? Courtesy of Tudor Grass. I've said it again. Am I getting paid to say this? I wish I was, but I'm not. Anyway, James Sharp says, let's listen to what James says. Right, friends, I've got to get on. In-laws coming over for coffee. Keep on keeping on, people. Keep on keeping on. He's coming out this morning. He's a bit of a guru, is our James. John, I'll message you in a bit. Yeah, that's going to come out to you. We've got some other gifts that we're going to be giving away next week, but we're going to go very slowly. It's not about giving gifts away. This live stream is about supporting the landscaping and the consumer. Yvonne sent me a big kiss there, Alison. She's lovely, and her husband. Yvonne, can't wait to come down and see you. We'll have a look at your job, no problem at all. Knight's Landscaping, visiting my wife's family in Slovakia. Hiking, sauna, Slovak beer this week. Back to work next week. Fencing in Cardiff. Knight's Landscaping in Cardiff. If you're a consumer and you're looking for a contractor at the moment, just check out Knight's Landscaping. Listen, bud, you need to send me a picture of where you are. Let's get the number up there because I'm going to be receiving a picture this morning, hopefully from Slovakia. The number is 07795 595 994. Listen, have you noticed this morning I'm actually doing all this without my glasses? It's just those days when things seem to just roll out. James Sharp, thanks for joining this morning. Thanks for your contribution. If you've just joined us now, you need to look back and look at the comments now. Just scroll back and have a look. James is fully on it. And Lee, and Steve, Sick of Lies, Jem, Knight's Landscaping, they're all on there. Happy New Year, Alison, says Yvonne. Kuram Chowdhury, did you get the pictures, bud? Yeah, they've come through. I've seen your name come up on there, Kuram. Good to see you, mate. I'll have a little look later on and I will pass comment. Thank you very much. If you want to send us a picture of where you are this morning, if you want to share something with me, no rude pictures, okay? No rude pictures whatsoever, okay? The number's on there. Just send it. 07795 595 994. There we are, as if by magic. Cookie Monster Hay from Omaha, Nebraska. There we are. I love it. Listen, it's great when you have guys up in Northampton and Surrey join you for a live stream, but when you have a reach as far as Nebraska, that tells you, doesn't it? What's that tell you? We're talking about sort of giving yourself some exposure to the world, to get yourself in a good place, to get work and keep the security coming in. Not just money, security. And then you need to expose yourself on social media and get your business out there. Show people, showcase it. You know, if you want to know how to do it, all you need to do is to go and have a look at somebody. When I used to coach kids' teams before, coaching with football, I used to say to them, you need to emulate the player that you liked, that you feel was a good player. You need to emulate. So what you need to do in business, you need to go and have a look. It's not copying, it's emulating. If you copy, there's no problem at all. As long as it's not exactly, but you need to put your own personal thing on it, right? But you need to emulate other businesses and go and have a look, see what they're doing, see what their website is, go and have a look at their social media and see where on social media. When we look at social media, we always generally think Facebook, but believe you me, there are lots of other different platforms and it's easy. It's really easy to how can I say, to sort of get yourself on there. It doesn't cost nothing at all. It's free, it's available, and it's there for you. Please don't complain and moan if you're not getting some work and you aren't using social media. If you're using the social media and you're not getting the work, maybe you're not quite doing it in the right way, but it's the attention to detail. The devil's in the detail. You need to get yourself out there. We've got Cookie Monster, hey, they're from Omaha, Nebraska. Listen, bud, please just drop me. I'm going to get my email up there because I'd love to see where you are this morning. We always have some regular callers across the pond, but it's info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. There we are. It wasn't a caller this morning. So look, listen, I think I've got that out there. There we are. Let's get it there. It'd be good to see you there. Jabba Chowdhury, hi buddy. Good to see you. There we got a caller coming in. It wasn't what I expected. Jabba Chowdhury, hi buddy. Good to see you. Where are you calling from this morning? We've been talking about so much I lost it for a little while. Then I got a bit of a distraction with the phone going and getting the numbers and getting the email address. If you've got any questions or if you need some advice or if there's anything I can help you with, it's info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. London, Hackney. There we are. We got a Londoner joining. Good to see you, mate. I've got a number up there. Do you have any questions? If you have, you can ask now. Thank you for joining. You can see all the comments on here. 25 live viewers, 22 likes. Now, I've just realised I've just turned the camera. If you can actually see the Greentop landscapes in the background. There we are. That's my branding. Go to my website, which is www.greentoplandscapes.co.uk. It seems to be on social media at the moment that that's the place to be, but there's nothing like good old SEO. And for some people, SEO, they don't know what it is. Search engine optimization, and it doesn't necessarily need to be coming. You need it with a website. I wonder if web designers are actually busy at the moment. I wonder if people have got the money to invest into a website, but you need it to have sown the seed a few months ago, okay, to make sure that you stay busy. Joe, we stayed with this economy this morning. Did you go? Not quite sure what that means. What's the best product to lay without breaking the bank? Well, the best product without breaking the bank. It's a bit of a funny one, that, isn't it? You know, I think that I don't. You guys can, other landscapers on it at the moment. It seems to be that the sandstone went through the roof in price for some reason. I'm not sure what the sandstone is now. I think the best price to lay without breaking the bank. Well, I think the trouble is, Java, you'll break the bank if you have to do it again. So your investment is in a good quality product at the moment. And it's said out there that Italian and Spanish porcelain, they've been making it for such a long time, they are producing good products, okay? But you got to remember, some of those manufacturers in Spain and Italy, it wouldn't surprise me if they are importing some porcelain products from some of the other countries like India and Turkey that doesn't necessarily have a good name with their porcelain, but because they can't keep up with supply and demand. This is the strangest thing at the moment, is that we're going through this economic downturn. It's just in a mess at the moment. That's all it is. There are people that are busy, okay? There are people with disposable incomes that want you to do the work for them. But what they want a good job being done. I hope at some point in the future that the consumer base that we have, because of social media, because of the videos and the content that other people, not just myself, are able to get out, that the consumer starts to choose a little bit more wisely than what they're choosing at the moment, because they seem to be that the price seems that it's, with some people, it's all important. It's the number one criteria that they consider when getting a job done. What you need to do when you're getting a job, one thing that I would actually point out to you and stress to you is that contractors are good. There are good contractors out there, but you need to understand your product. Product knowledge is actually key. Know what you're getting. Know what your contractor's selling to you. Or if you're buying the product for first and you're getting a contractor in, you need to know what product you're actually using, and you need to know a little bit more about it. Don't just look at something and think, oh, that's fine, that will do me. I like the color, I like the size, I like the thickness. Okay, sounds a bit rude. But what you need to do, you need to consider, right? You need to consider the product and how good the quality is, because some of it is not being baked correctly. Jabba Chowdhury says, have you worked with Sal product and what's your take on it? No, bud, if you want to send, get the link up down. It's no problem at all. No, I've never heard of them. There are so many people actually selling porcelain out there. There's so many people. What you find is the landscaping industry certainly is that it seems everybody, not everyone, but there are a lot of people that have worked in the landscaping industry that are actually selling product as well at the moment, because the copious amounts of work that is being done. Sickle Life says, Salco's, JB. Thank you very much. I don't know who Salco buy off. They seem to go in buying groups and they buy from different people. I'm starting a 300 square meter patio, Indian sandstone next week. 300 square meters. 300 square meters. And people have just said, top notch, mate, that's a huge amount. That's a huge amount. You know, that's a big patio for January. How long have you had that booked in? The work is out there. Salco's. Didn't come up to Salco's with me on there. I'm not sure where the sandstone come from. The trouble is, Jabba, with the sandstone, it's so thin now. Years ago, it's been a lot thicker, nearly 45, 50 mil. It did go up and down a little bit, but now the sandstone's so thin, you have to make sure that you slurry the back of your sandstone, and not just a little bit. You want to be putting on literally like as if it's butter, okay? You need to fill those voids and slurry the whole back of it, not just fingertipped away, the whole back, because what you could do, you could have those the mirror lines showing through underneath the marks where it transfers underneath, and you can actually see them like it's like a watermark it will leave. So you need to slurry the whole back of it. The sandstone's so thin and it's got a high porosity value. Gary Lemusier. Good morning, Gary. Gary, you're over in on the islands, aren't you? You're in, I'm sure you are in Guernsey or Jersey, something like that. Jem says, buy cheap, buy twice. There we are, and that's when you break the bank. Mike Stevenson says, do it once and do it right. It will cost more in the long run. Absolutely. See, this is what this is all about. This channel is the information's coming back. They're saying before I'm even saying it. It's good. That's why these podcasts are so important. Kuram Chowdhury says 300 square meters. Wow, yes, a massive amount for top notch to actually take on. 9-bedroom house. There we are. So he's put himself in the marketplace as our top notch, where he's actually getting to a consumer base where they can afford his services. The economy is not affecting a customer with disposable income. Sick of Lies says, top notch, I'm getting there. 22 millimeter, 22 square meter from Jewson's at the moment. £550 a pack. Good price. What good price from Jewson's there? 22 millimeter, £22. How much is that a square metre, bud? I can't work. I got a calculator at the moment. Colin Chowdhury says, I wouldn't want to clean that when it starts to stain. Porcelain is all the way for me. Kuram says, good point. But Kuram, we've got to remember as well, porcelain needs to be maintained and clean. It doesn't mean to say it's not going to go green. It can go green, but it's easier to get off. Think about cleaning those joints. Gary Lemusier says, Jersey, mate. I remember, Gary. I remember. Thanks for joining this morning. It'd be good to get a picture from where you are this morning in Jersey. Do you know, that would make my day, Gary, if you could do that. Let me get the number up for you. WhatsApp me, mate. I want to see where you are. It's 07795 595 994. There we are. Just to let you know that this live stream this morning is supported by the guys at Tudor Grass. And he's gone now, but James Sharp is getting this bottle of Shiraz. I'm going to be sending that out to James because of his contribution. But it looks as if other people have been contributing. I have to think about that in the future, and I'll have to not be so jump to the point a bit quick and make a decision. But James did have some valid points this morning, so I appreciate James coming on. Jabba Chowdhury say, is that the number yours, JB? Yeah, it is. That's my number, 07795 595 994. If you want to drop me a message, if you need some advice, just WhatsApp me. And if I can get back to you, and I will get back to you, just bear with me because we have a few that come through in the meantime. Top Notch says, I've got a great deal direct from Marshalls. Direct from Marshalls. Are you an approved contractor? That's the other thing, how we stay busy and keep ourselves in work is being part of an approved installer scheme. I've said it all the time. Approved installer schemes isn't necessary to get you work, but it will. There will be jobs that will come in. If you're an unapproved installer scheme in your locality, it may be actually that you may pick up some work from it. But remember, approved installer schemes aren't necessarily about the leads. It's not about generating leads, but you will generate leads from it because you're part of a scheme. You're part of a professional body, or you're part of something that is recognized that they value you, the suppliers value you as a landscaper, that they give you the exposure to potential clients and consumer in the marketplace. So get onto an approved scheme. There are plenty out there. You'd be absolutely shocked if you see a product and you want to install it, or you think that's good for your customer, phone them up, ask them if they have an approved installer scheme, or if they would recommend you if you use their products, especially if you've done a good job. Recommendations are only as good as the job that gets carried out. Jabba says, top man, no problem at all. Gary Lemusier, he says, it's pouring down. In so many words. Gary, I want to see a picture from where you are this morning. It's raining everywhere today. Kuram Chowdhury says, indeed, the joints go green on grout, on porcelain, but cleaning it, that is far easier than stained sandstone, and some sandstone staining is irreversible. Good point, absolutely. What I would say, Kuram, is that you can actually seal those joints with a breathable sealer. You can use a solvent seal, or you can use a water-based seal. So get it done, get it sealed when the summer comes and it's dry and it's all cleaned off. Get your joints cleaned. You can joints. They say some people say that by sealing your patio after, that you lose the R11 rating. I'm not quite sure about that. It depends what sort of service that you've got. And that's quite interesting, though. It'd be good to find that out, and who would make that decision, and who would say that it's the wrong thing to do. I'm not quite sure. There are British standards out there at the moment, and there's British standards for some things, and there's British standards not there for some other things that you think they would be. We've got Stan, morning Johnny boy, lovely and sunny in Aberystwyth. But there you go, says it all. Down in Aberystwyth, right on the coast, right? It must be my father's from down there, and it absolutely gets a battering sometimes this time of the year. And he says sunny in Aberystwyth. I don't know whether he's joking there or not, but he says it's sunny in Aberystwyth. Look, guys, it's been an absolute fantastic live stream this morning, okay? I value all your input to everybody. If I haven't valued somebody enough, just tell me. Don't complain, let me know, and then I'll deal with it, and I'll address things that I haven't dealt with. It's great having you on here this morning, but I tell you, it's energy sapping, and it's funny, I haven't even used my porcelain. I haven't used my glasses this morning. There they are this morning. Porcelain, that's all we keep hearing. I seen somebody the other day said they've had enough of porcelain. They want to get on with the sandstone. We've hit the 57-minute mark. We're nearly there. I'm going to stay with it for an hour. Deep breath, John. Did you get a picture of the porcelain drive? I don't know yet, mate. I'm going to have a look at Kuram in a minute, and we'll get on there. Stan, I hope you're busy down there. Kuram, but I will definitely have a look at that. I hope you're busy there in Aberystwyth. You've got plenty going on. Steve Burrows, top chat once again. Steve, you appeared. Thanks for joining this morning. 23 likes, 27 live viewers. This will go out to other people later on. They all make sense of it, because they never watched it all the way through, but you made sense of it. You guys who stayed with it this morning. Kuram says, you wouldn't use R11 with a solvent sealer. The R11 is a surface texture. Solvent sealers soak in and not the surface, like a water-based sealer. There you are. Not quite sure about that. Maybe we'll speak to the Graham at Floor Seal and ask him that. That's a good question. Jabba Chowdhury says, get some rest, mate. Enjoy your weekend, buddy. I'm busy to say, Jabba, I gotta go and do some shopping today because Alison's not very well. Sick of Life says, right off, I'm off for a walk. Hey, listen, Steve, mate, thanks for staying with it, mate. You're an absolute gent, and it'd be great to hook up with you one day, bud. Right off, I'm off for a walk. Good week. Or whatever you're doing, see you next Saturday. Hit the like. JB needs all the friends he can get. There we are. Love it. I got Jamie here down in Cardiff. Have a great weekend, he says, Jamie. Jamie, listen, mate, if you don't buy me a coffee, right, I tell you something, I'm going to send you the bill. I'll be sending the bill. Jamie there in Cardiff. He's back off holiday. He needs to get on with it. You need to come and have a coffee, mate, anytime. Look, thanks for joining. We're there. 59 minutes. It's been a great live feed. There's so many things I want to actually say to you guys, and it's just thank you all for joining. Bye for now, says Yvonne. Yvonne, send me the recipe for the porridge, the Caribbean porridge. But Yvonne, we will pop down and we will see you. Lee says, great stream, JB. See you next week, bud. No problem. See you all next week. Let's see what we can actually do. See what we can materialise. In the meantime, get over and have a look at Tudor Grass. Have a look at their website. Just have a browse. It's just worth looking at. Back to work now. Mike, thanks very much. Have a great weekend. Thank you all for joining. And we've got pictures still coming in. Send me some pictures where you are, what you're doing. We haven't had any pictures from Nebraska this morning. I'd love to see that though. Thank you all for joining. It's been absolutely wonderful. And I'm going to have another cup of tea now. I'm going to sit down and have 5 minutes. I might even have a nap, as my old friend Colin used to say. There's nothing like a nap. I tell you what, cat napping is good. It's good for me, and I get on with that now. I've had a busy morning. Have a great day. I was up early. Get on your social media. Stay busy. And remember, if you're going to do something, just do it well. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Just do it right. Whatever you're doing today, do it well. Have a great day. See you soon. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.